Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of The Death of Art. We're at the Brant Foundation in New York City, and we're here to see the collaborative works of Basquiat and Warhol. So let's see what we find. Markin, or whatever. I'm looking at a painting that is done by Warhol. That big 1/2 is Warhol. And then we have Basquiat chiming in with his little drawing that says, "Keep frozen," and a copyright sign. I gotta tell you, I was expecting a lot worse. This painting actually holds together brilliantly, and it's minimal, and it creates almost a third thing. Collaboration tends to be better when it's not half one guy, half the other, but you get a third separate, better product. And this is almost there, but as a painting, it holds together.
Absolutely agree with you, Stefan. I like that painting a lot.
And it's not just the painting behind my back, but there are several other really good ones in the foyer when you walk in. I was kind of surprised. So let's walk around and see what we find. Here we have another example. There are these projections of Ford and GE that Warhol obviously did, and then Basquiat came in and really just added a few color fields of barely perceptible drawing. And you really have to sort of know it's Warhol and Basquiat and what their styles are like to then separate them. But this is an example of what I said is a third better product. So this is a good collaboration.
There are some that are very successful to me. This one, these three paintings are successful, and sometimes the rest gets confusing. The composition is, just mishmash. But this, I think, is elegant, and I like elegant art. This is, to me, the sloppiest painting ever. I think it's a waste of canvas, that one.
All right, we found another room of art, and there's some great stuff here. To my right, I believe, is just a Basquiat. We're trying to figure out if it's a collaboration. There are some other obvious Warhol and Basquiat collaborations to my left. So let's take a look.
This painting is part of a series. Basquiat had a big show in Africa, and he was very proud to show, to have a big show in Africa. So he made these huge paintings. He really worked a lot. The show, I think, was in a basketball court in a big space, and these paintings were huge, like this, and went all around the room. What happened? The Africans saw the show. They were like, "What is this crap?" You know why? Because the Africans were still in Cubism, still thought that art was about Cubism. It didn't work out too well. And Basquiat was like bummed out that he didn't have the impact, but maybe now everybody caught up with Basquiat. I think this one is one of, in my humble opinion, one of the more successful composition where everything works well. It's confusing, but in a good way. Everything is in a good place. It flows well. I think it's very successful painting.
So here's an example of when a collaboration turns into a complete mess. It seems like Warhol started out with some cartoon characters, and then it just went awry. What do you think, Cyril?
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. It's a mess. It's confusing mess. It doesn't flow well. Warhol did the Crazy Cat thing, is it? Is that Crazy Cat?
It might be, yeah.
Yeah, and then Basquiat did the rest, I would imagine.
We're on yet another floor filled with art. There's some good ones in here.
I love these two paintings. I think they're very well composed, very vibrant, very colorful, lots of fun to look at.
And again, I'm seeing sort of like a third artist appear. It doesn't work on some of them, but I'm seeing a few here, which just seems like a pop artist who also weaves in very loose work into screened pop art. I'm not seeing like, oh, here's Basquiat, here's Warhol. That's not happening at all, so it's great. Behind me are a bunch of punching bags that have sort of art all over them. What this is a remnant of the Basquiat versus Warhol show that occurred sometime in the 80s. As art, I don't think it works, but it was a good marketing scheme.
This is a portrait of Basquiat and Warhol done by Basquiat, and I think it's a good ending to the show. I think it's an important painting, in my opinion, funny, and both of them are in it.
And of course, we exit through the gift shop. Have a good night, folks. Please like, please subscribe, and please ring the bell.